Speak your piece.
It was long overdue. Although, I'll admit I expected different results. Synchronized meditation is a skill that takes Knight years to perfect. The inexperienced don't usually get it right at first. Not at all! That's the part that surprised me. Your mental state was perfect, perhaps even greater than mine. The energy you emitted was pure and calming. I've never felt that close to another before. Wait, that was worded poorly. I mean that while synchronized, it's not like, well, you're... I'm not stumbling. It's just when well, you're... Right. Well, pardon my leave, but if you don't mind, I think I'll spend the rest of my life in agonizing shame.
Go with the divines.
Why have we stopped?
Can I get you something?
Keep alive, Master. You've returned. Might I ask why? Yes, I suppose you have. Though I suspect it was not as easy as you make it sound.
No doubt with it you were forced to take a side. Help one at the expense of the other. That is good. You will need such fortitude if you are to fulfill your destiny. But that is of little immediate relevance. A new threat has arisen. Gates will begin opening beside the northern and eastern villages. If you do not fend off the Daedra, countless innocents will be lost. Because I opened them. An accurate observation. I have set events in motion that have claimed the lives of many. It's what destiny has asked of me, not something I take pride in. At last, you are beginning to understand, but you are still mistaken. Fate is sentient, guided and determined by beings of a divine echelon. After all, what is destiny, if not the will of the gods? Or of Lord Dagon, for it is within his domain that we reside. I am his servant, the warden of his prison. When he demands destruction for his resurgence, I comply. I don't choose who perishes, not individually. I merely appoint the location from which their doom emerges. And oppose destiny. I tried that once. It cost me everything. When you fight the will of the divine, you cultivate your own destruction. My time is near, but my position is eternal. Kill me, and another will fill the role, willingly or otherwise. I want you to defend a village. One will suffer, and the other will not. As for which, the choice is yours.
Can we kill something today, Master? Please.
Well met.
Let's
Dover
continue
King.
on. Then.
Listen, Dover. About my actions earlier. I fear I may have lost my composure when I told you of the meditation experience. Won't happen again. You do? Perhaps we are both mistaken. You would propose a date? That sounds a lot like a date. I shouldn't. It's not the way of the thorn. I suppose you're right. What did you have in mind? Allow me time to get ready, and I'll meet you there.
I overheard everything. He gave us exactly what we needed. The time and place the next Oblivion gate will open. I followed you. That's hardly important right now. Since we arrived, I started examining every tome on the Oblivion crisis I could get my hands on. Turns out there's a way to neutralize these portals, using methods discovered by the hero of Kvatch in the Third Era. According to the archives, something called a sigil stone anchors these gates to Mundus. Removing or destroying the stone will sever the portal's connection to our world, dismantling the gate in the process. Let me ask you something. Do you trust the Warden? Then hear me out. The Warden's efforts are folly. Nothing he's tasked us with is getting us any closer to home. I say we take matters into our own hands and break this curse at the source. It's the only way to guarantee a passage off this rock. Theoretically. Well, it may be smoke and mirrors at this stage, but I have come across several references to what is called an Alpha Gate. I'm uncertain of its nature, but it may be the source from which the other gates draw their power. Of course, the relevance of this gate is minimal at best until we have a way of identifying it. Well, I've never dislodged one personally, but if history can be relied upon, it's our best course of action.
I might die from that.
Let's get
Stick
this
together.
over with.
We won't stand half a chance apart.
Love what they did with the place. Reminds me of Helgen. What? Too soon? That one was free.
It takes practice to get that incompetent.
Son of a nerdling! Halvik!
Too late for a civilized approach then?
We shoot them.
We've got a manacled dragon slayer. What do you have? They won't mess with us again.
Next.
Try magic bow. It seems efficient against beasts.
I honor my lord by destroying you. That was exhilarating. The city's
Pregnant horse.
another head to us. You're a disgrace to Lord Dagon.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
That was exhilarating.
I don't mean to be the cause of alarm, but that thing just closed our exit.
I believe you may have overlooked a keen flaw, Master.
Fool. Did you think I would craft these portals in the same fashion they were before? Without an operational sigil stone, you are trapped here. Permanently.
Hey, Dova, put that thing back where it came from, or so help me, we'll be stuck in Oblivion forever.
I'm itching for a fight, Master.
Go, underlings. Welcome our guests in a manner befitting my name.
Yes! Bring it, you glorified pincushions! We'll purge your entire realm.
That sounded absolutely terrifying. Let's get out of here.
My apologies, mortals. the Master has departed this lair. The Warden of this coast is my lord. He requests an audience with you in the crypts of the first settlers. I was not told. The Master will reveal all when the hour is proper. There was one other thing. He requested you bring along someone by the name of Iriel, I believe. I assume that name is familiar to you. Good. He'll be expecting both of you.
Why'd he ask for me? How does he even know who I am? I have no history with that demented hermit. He's been confined to this island his entire life. Wait, doesn't he communicate with you telepathically while you sleep or something? He may have learned it that way. Absolutely not. I want to find out what the Warden thinks he knows about me, and why he requested an audience. I'm coming along for this one, with or without your approval. Good. I suspect the Warden's invitation, whether he knows it or not, will be like the warm breeze that begets an something wrong? You don't look so well. Stop scaring us like that. Are you alright? As much as I don't like the idea of accepting invites from Daedric princesses, it might be a good idea to hear her out. Dagon is our true adversary after all. Anyone who opposes him might as well be chalked up as an ally.
Need something?
Did you remove the sigil stone? Has the gate been closed? What? That is contradictory to the stone's nature as recorded in my archives. Are you certain? I suppose that could be likely. It helped bring about his downfall 200 years ago. He certainly had time to improve the model. Did it now? odd. As it stands, I cannot pretend I know why. I will need time to study this anomaly.
Say goodnight, punk.
Daedra no care that Ingvar lives here. Daedra ransacked Ingvar's home. Stupid! Careless! Daedra! We hate them! Of course! Silly, foolish Daedra! They think Ingvar still serves Dagon! Ingvar has found a new master! See, who cares for poor Ingvar? Ingvar told Daedra the shrine was elsewhere, yes! Clever, witty Ingvar! Who asks? Who asks Ingvar these questions? Is it Dagon's servant? Back, you devil! Ingvar said too much! She is displeased with Ingvar. Ingvar must suffer the dark, unescapable nightmares again. Yes! You are her chosen! Her champion, she tells Ingvar. Ingvar did not know. Forgive Ingvar! Ingvar knows! Follow Ingvar! This way! Follow good Ingvar! Lady is not well! Ingvar must go now. Lady angry with Ingvar.
Time is of the essence, mortal. I have risked much in summoning you here. We share a common enemy, mortal. Without my help, he will subdue you. He wishes to mold you into his servant. Forget not that it was a Dragonborn who ended the Oblivion crisis and banished him from Nirn. By enslaving the Dragonborn of this age, he will attain both revenge and immunity. When he was overthrown by Akatosh's chosen, I took pity on him and allowed him refuge on this island. But ever he desires dominance and destruction. When he had regained enough of his strength, he massacred my followers, corrupted my influence, and toppled my reign. I simply wish to take back what is rightfully mine. That's where you come in, mortal. Dagon's power grows with every mortal slain in his name, but he is still a mere shadow of his former self. It will take many reapings before he is strong enough to invade Tamriel once more. His vulnerability is our good fortune. I want you, mortal, to enter his plane of oblivion and sever the bridge between realms. With that, his power will falter, and my island will be free of his dominion. There is no victory without sacrifice, but perhaps there is another way. It is Mehrunes' own energy that flows through the sigil stone. If you defeat him in combat, the stone will fail, and the bridge between worlds will fold. Only if you cannot destroy the sigil stone. Dagon will not risk revealing himself before he attains the remainder of his strength. You will need to pose a significant threat to draw him out. That is why I will not send you into his realm unequipped. I grant you my cloak. May you use it to shroud yourself and those in close proximity from Dagon's watchful eyes. You cannot hope to pass beyond his seeing stones without it. Time is short. In summoning you here, I have revealed this shrine to Dagon. He will not pass at the opportunity to rid me of this island once more. Go, mortal, and be warned. Even a weakened Dagon is a formidable opponent. Do not underestimate his malice.
Why can Ingvar not go inside? Why must Ingvar suffer the cold? Cold rain! It's not fair! Not fair!
Please take a seat. The Master will be in shortly. Something to ease the tension, sire? Of course.
What has your master reduced you to? A tavern wench? You're a disgrace to our kind.
I'll take that as a no.
No thanks. Good morning. Is that everything?
Drinks? By the 8. That's what I'm talking about. Say what you will about the warden, he knows how to host a dinner party.
Need something?
What do you require, my lord?
Good of you to join us, Dovahkiin. There is much to discuss. I suspect you have many questions. I have nothing to hide. Ask away. All in good time, Dovahkiin. Surely there are other questions. I take this form for my safety. The end of my service has not yet come. I will not risk interfering with the course of destiny. Is that how it looks? How deceptive the untaught eye can be. There is only one servant in this room, and he sits before you. These crypts have a historical significance few on the Isle commemorate. During the Oblivion crisis, a lone mortal struck a deal with Lord Dagon in these very halls, an agreement that would change this peninsula forever. The people here would be spared total annihilation under one condition: that he kill 3/4 of the islanders himself. Amused by this, Dagon altered the deal, scheduling this crisis to recur every generation. As for the mortal, he would be afforded the responsibility of managing the event, funneling down the chaos, ensuring that the lines of men in myrrh would endure to repopulate. He would bear the burden of choosing which gates to open. Dagon would have his blood, and this man, this warden, would choose the people he'd pry it from. I inherited this role from my predecessor, as he did from his. I am the 4th warden to have watched over this island, but the final hour of my servitude has nearly elapsed. For the hand of destiny has already guided my successor here. You can fight it, or you can accept it. It's all for naught. The hand of destiny cares not for the disposition of mortals. The sooner you affirm that fate is a force beyond your control, the easier it will be to live with your choices. I was like you once, stubborn, strong-willed, and an outspoken skeptic of prophecy. I thought I could save the people of the island for good, outsmart both Dagon and Destiny by using my powers against them. It cannot be done. And when Dagon learns of such treachery, he'll take everything from you. I tried to use my position to save the ones I loved, send them away from this accursed place. When Dagon learned of this, he slaughtered them before me. I held my son in my arms as he issued his last breath, forced to watch as Dremora cut down his mother. Even my youngest, who I'd thought to have safely escaped, was not to be spared. They didn't kill her. That penalty would not have been sufficient. They held her for extortion, leverage to ensure I never rebel again. When I say you cannot beat them, I mean it. I wasn't born the slave of the Daedra. I was molded into one. And you will be too, if you discard my advice. So you believe. Tell me, Dovahkiin, why do you think you arrived on this island? Is that so? What if I told you the ship never veered off course? That this had been the destination all along? The origin of your journey. Ariel. She is not your kin. She's a pawn of the Daedra, a tool used to lure my successor here. And it worked.
Liar! I'll cut your insidious tongue from its crevice!
You did not act consciously, of course. They took your memory, as they've done with countless others.
You expect me to fall for that? I have memories. Clear memories. I know who I am.
You know only what they programmed you to. They crafted a consciousness out of the memory of another. The thoughts, motives, and desires you use to define yourself. They are not yours. You weren't aboard the CS Teviot when it capsized. You have no living siblings, and you are no Dovahkiin. I'm sorry, little one. You didn't deserve this. It was for my defiance that you were forced to take up such a role.
I don't believe you. That would mean...
No father should be unrecognized in the eyes of their child. I ask not of forgiveness. I am unworthy of it. What I will ask is this, Dovahkiin. Do not repeat my mistakes. Do not oppose Lord Dagon. You cannot win a battle against fate, and those closest to you will suffer for your arrogance. Do my warnings fall on the negligent? Remember my words, Dovahkiin. You cannot succeed against fate. It will outlast you. But your conditioning is not yet complete. I have one final test. If you are not comfortable choosing who will live and who will die, you cannot hope to retain your sanity as warden. When deciding which gates to open and which to keep shut, you must do so with prudence. I've been grooming you for my position since you stepped foot in my mountain. First, I asked you to help my villages, forcing you to take a side in their conflicts, to choose who will live and who will die on a minuscule scale. Then I sent you to defend one of the threatened villages. One would crumble, and the other would endure. Ultimately, I suspect these were easy decisions to make. You had no relation to these people. Their deaths were frivolous. But what happens when the Daedra demand the soul of one of your own? You must not hesitate to comply. At this time, gate will open in 2 places. One by a village of 12 people, the other by a boat, where just a handful of your companions reside. People will die, but the choice is yours. The greater good, or your allies. Allow me this word of counsel. Abide by the lesser evil.
Wait, Dova, before we go. There's something I must... Wait, Dova, before we go. There's something I must see for myself. There's something I have to know.